Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. We are live.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hello there. Right, let me get my windows ready. Jam-packed show. I can see we're live on Twitch. Twitter, sorry, not Twitch. Decidedly not Twitch. Let me know if my audio is right. I'm playing around with a bunch of settings at the moment. It's like super loud coming out of OBS, but not as loud coming into StreamYard. So, mic. Oh, I have mics. It's doing adjust. It's doing. Am I really loud now?
Not right now. Right now you're fine.
Okay.
For me, you're fine.
Did it change at all? Is it changing now as I toggle on and off adjust mic volume automatically?
No.
It's trying to be smart. Okay. Okay. What about if I do this? Is that louder? Is that louder?
Yeah. That is.
You
louder.
don't sound convinced by that.
No, yeah, it's loud, slightly louder. It's not crazy louder.
Weird. Yeah, StreamYard trying to do all sorts of clever stuff with the audio. And okay, let me just double check I have everything. Let me know if I'm too loud. I'll have to revert to my normal setup if I am.
Can we go? Can we add a new destination? Like, can we swap a destination midway? Like right now?
No. What do you want to swap?
I don't know. I was thinking like if we have both Twitters, or
both Twitters.
like you know, we have our Twitters, and I have like two people from my Twitter, but I never see engagement from Twitter. So I was thinking about swapping it for Instagram.
Well, that's true. Twitter, if you're friggin' watching, it's true, but most of our audience is from Twitter.
Yeah. So we'll keep
engagement, no, but you know, when YouTube is good, it's really good. So
yeah,
you're really dark.
Yeah, I'm. It's 33 degrees out there, so I have my shades down, and somehow my camera doesn't. I don't know. Maybe
can you play with your ISO?
Not from here. The thing is, like, so I feel like it's more the. It does it automatically. I have it on auto. I can play with it. Give me a second. So
that might be your problem, the auto. But
yeah,
that's all I play with is my ISO. Everything else stays the same.
Well, let's see if it's better. Now I have to. Okay, maybe that's too much because it's 400. Yeah, it's too much. No, you see the color balance is the issue. You see how yellow I am? I'm not this yellow, I promise.
I'm not a Simpsons character.
Now you see my... Yeah. I'll go back to... auto.
What camera do you have? I'm sure we've spoken about this in the past, but what camera do you have?
Yes, Alpha 7 III. Wait, what's it? Alpha? Yeah, Alpha 7 Mark III.
Wow. Didn't realize you had such a fancy camera. It's full frame.
Yeah, it's a full
Should be
frame.
Able to get good picture from it.
Yeah, I have also the 50mm lens on it, the nifty 50. Let's see if it connects. You see the white balance is now different. I have everything on auto.
It will adjust though, automatic, right?
Yeah.
It should just adjust in time. But either way, yeah. You look a bit dark, but it's all right.
Now I have the light in my face. Okay. Do I look presentable?
Marginally better.
Hello there.
Marginally better.
I look dark because I've been on vacation. Okay.
Oh, is it? It's you've been tanning.
Yeah. Oh man,
Well,
I'm burning.
it's I've had to close all my windows now, so I'm the heat fest. I've got the fan that's on a low level, so you don't, hear it.
I'm literally, as we speak, looking for my fan. I have no idea where my fan is.
We have no fans.
We have no fan.
No fans. Poor us.
So, you're entertaining the audience while I'm
entertaining the
for
audience while you're in. Yeah. I have nothing to say. I'm just going to upload a thumbnail for the video for YouTube.
Yeah.
I've never watched. How are people? I wonder how people are watching it on Twitter, because I've never watched any. I suppose I've watched a few long form videos on Twitter.
I do sometimes Primogen. If you're watching this Primogen, I'm watching you on Twitter.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was thinking about this today. Like, most of our audience exists on Twitter, but as you say, they don't engage.
Because they are bots made by Elon.
They are bots. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you do so well on Twitter. It's probably true,
Well, he did want to get out of to bail out. What's it called? To not buy Twitter, because he was claiming that.
What's it called when you buyer's remorse? He had buyer's remorse. Hit him hard.
Yeah. We have it for $44. He had it for 44 billion.
I bought my Twitter subscription in South Africa, which means my paid for Twitter subscription is something like £3 a month, something crazy like this. It's nothing.
That's crazy.
I think it's only marginally more expensive than that. It's not too much more expensive, but either way, I get it really cheap.
I think I'm paying $8 for the video upload or something that we need. Anyway, so let's should we get started?
Let's just get started.
Let's just get started. So, I have a longer than usual intro. So let's get started. But man, before we start, it's still strange. Our view count is lower than usual.
It's because we mentioned bots.
Yeah.
It's because we mentioned bots.
No, maybe
SpaceX is just onto us.
Yeah, SpaceX is just allocating the resources instead of bots to.
But the thing is, we've mentioned them in our title. You'd think they'd be like, "Oh, wow, they're going to talk about us. We've got to send the bots. We've got to spy on them."
Probably.
Who knows?
Okay, so this week, SpaceX is acquiring Cursor for $60 billion for a fork of VS Code, which is free, by the way. On a similar news, Cursor announced Origin, a Git hosting for the age of AI. This is a response to GitHub being constantly down, 60% of the time, having an uptime of 60. That's just insane. Remember, we had 99.99. Yeah,
unacceptable.
Not anymore.
Unacceptable.
On a huge news in web design, Framer unveiled Framer 3.0, skipping Framer 2.0. You have AI doing everything from design to exploration to building the CMS, everything all in one view. Relume is launching hosting, becoming a full-on platform to go from research to sitemap, for which we were using, to wireframes, design, and now hosting as well, everything. That's very interesting. Versal shipped Eve, which Sam will talk about. I don't have much idea about it. But we have also V0 shipping design mode, which looks so damn good. All of this and more in today's episode. This is Command AI. I'm Kavarza.
And I'm Sam, and this is a week in AI design and dev.
I don't know what that is, but I'm on board. So you want to take on the Elon in the small,
the pocket change, yeah. Let me get the thing. I mean, I don't really want to do it, to be honest, but I suppose I have to. Where are my windows gone?
No, you don't have to. I can do it. I don't know what to say for the intro. I can do it, but I don't know much about it.
Well, we agreed that Elon has somehow, out of nowhere, magically, probably, maybe highly likely will be the leader in AI very, very soon. He snuck up on us a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, a few months ago, even was it a few? Definitely, it might have been a few weeks ago. You might have heard that Cursor or SpaceX or XAI or whoever they are, Twitter was set to have an option to buy Cursor, which is, as you said, a fork of VS Code, probably one of the better agentic IDEs out there. There was an option to buy them for $16 billion, or if they didn't exercise the right to buy them, then they would give Cursor $10 billion, which is win-win totally for Cursor. Like they're like, yeah. And they were left with that option, and nothing more was said of it. Then recently, yesterday maybe even, they have they've made a decision to buy them for $60 billion, which is again
in
stocks, amounts of money,
not in cash.
In stocks. Yeah. So and I was confused about this. SpaceX are giving. No, hang on. Now I'm confused again. For a second time.
So SpaceX is acquiring Cursor for $60 billion.
Their stocks.
They are not giving them literal money. They are saying, "Hey, you own now. I don't know how many percentage of their stock this is worth of their the SpaceX." So basically, the people at Cursor now own a portion of SpaceX stocks, which I want to show you a few short things about.
Okay.
Fun stuff.
I wonder, so we don't know at what price they purchased the stock. This is the problem.
Good point.
They wouldn't, because they're now worth, how much are they worth now? 2.4 trillion?
So that's by the way, can we have this insider link maybe? Okay. So the question is 60 billion for how much of SpaceX? We don't know. And when is the question, because they started hot, and right now they are valued at 2.4 trillion with a T, like trillion, not billion, trillion dollars, making them the sixth most valuable company in the world. Right before the show, they were the fifth. Like they were before, like they were above Amazon. That makes it really, really, really crazy. SpaceX being above Amazon. Now, with this market cap, you would think that they are making a lot of money, right? I mean, these companies are making a lot of money. We've heard Apple is making a lot of money. SpaceX is being in the same zone, must be making a lot of money. So we can actually go to earnings, right? And then look if SpaceX is anywhere here, and we scroll all the way to the top 100, and SpaceX is not there. Why? Because if we search them, SpaceX, and look at their earnings, their earning is minus $3.68 billion. So they are not making any money, but they are among the giants. This is the crazy thing. They are literally among the giants, making in market cap while being in the negatives, deep in the negatives. This is the stock wizardry that Elon Musk can do. You could say this is a bubble. You could say this is overinflated, whatever. It is what it is. We see they are not making much money. Actually, they are losing money. But yeah, crazy times. Crazy times. A comparison that I like to say, and then we're done with this, is compare it to Amazon, which SpaceX was for a short amount of time above Amazon, meaning that the SpaceX was valued more than Amazon. What's crazy about that is that Amazon is literally everywhere. Like, you cannot, like, societies, countries do not function without Amazon, because we're talking not just about the Amazon shop, which is fairly important to the society, but also the AWS, which is the backbone of the whole internet. Like, without that, pretty much every website goes down. Like, everything will collapse without Amazon. If Amazon ceases to exist, bad news. If SpaceX ceases to exist, not much will happen. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they have like important business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like a crucial part of the society, or like, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. It's just like valued a lot, and also you could say at least they are making money. That's why they are valued so much. But no, they are not making money either.
So people, including Cursor, are banking on that this valuation is there because they're banking on the fact that SpaceX will be making lots of money. These are people who believe that SpaceX are going to be, earning the money, even though them as a company are losing right now. Like you say, Amazon were losing money for a certain amount of time. These are called loss leaders, right? So yeah. Elon Musk must have put one hell of a pitch forward. Was it TAM, total addressable market, is like wild, and
exactly
all those pictures of all those spaceships must have SpaceX. Even though, by the way, this is in their pitch deck to to investors. Like the first 6 pages is just pictures of rockets, and then the rest is all about their AI ambitions.
Yes, so the whole reason they are so high up here is because they are saying to the investors, now the public, you and I, they are saying we have this huge market that we are in. We're losing money in it, but the market is huge. The addressable market is huge. We will make money sometime in the future, but I don't see a plan for that. Like, not just SpaceX. Nobody has a plan how to make money with AI. Not really. Not long term. So that's an issue. And also, like, Cursor joining SpaceX doesn't mean that Cursor is not thinking that SpaceX will make money someday. It's just that they hope that the overall, basically, size of the company will stay about the same amount, or preferably grow, preferably for them to grow. So sometime in the future, they can sell their shares. I bet when they join and they get, $60 billion worth of stocks, those stocks will be locked. They can't sell them right away. Typically, it's probably over a year or a few years. This is where they can begin to sell those stocks, because if they allow them to, Cursor can immediately sell those shares, and with that they can tank the whole value of the company, which SpaceX obviously not just SpaceX, no company wants this. So that's just a standard acquisition term, that Cursor is locked there for a set amount of time, and they hope the value will grow or stay roughly the same. But I don't see SpaceX becoming profitable anytime soon. Is Tesla
But
profitable? Yeah.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. So yeah, obviously the other side of this coin is Cursor, and like it's interesting because like it's not, well, first of all, actually, just to finish on that, it's not 100% clear what the details are of the stock. It's not like, does this give Cursor priority to their GPUs? Does this involve any other sort of deal other than here's $60 billion worth of stock? You know, keep doing it as you're doing it, and that's it. We just own. You just have to report to us, you know, as normal investors do. So we don't know what the ins and outs of it are, but what this does do is SpaceX, XAI, whoever the hell this is now, I guess it's all SpaceX. Elon Musk essentially owns, you know, quite a lot of this. What do they call it? Vertical integration of a lot of AI right now, down to the fact that he wants to ship the GPUs to space. So even the space hardware, he's able to narrate.
Yeah, that's why SpaceX is so much valued, because people believe in this vision. Apparently, you know, he owns the whole thing.
Yeah, and we didn't really report on it, but like, you know, Grok Builds was released like last week or something like that, and this is again an ecosystem of, you know, really putting forward Grok into the coders of, you know, tomorrow as a model. I haven't really tried the Grok model really, and I really want to, but it just doesn't interest me, to be honest. So I'd love to hear from people who have used Grok and what it's like. But anyway, I'm getting off track. They own the data centers. They own the actual AI model itself. They own the software that uses the models. They've got so much of this pipeline that they rival Google in that respect, that they own a lot of it, you know. So
they have Twitter,
and they got Twitter.
They have the rockets to send. So they for the full vertical, they have also the rockets. Theoretically, we don't know if this will happen anytime soon. The rockets to send the data centers to space, and then the models to train on those data centers, and then the Twitter, the data, how valuable that is, I don't know. But arguably with Cursor, now they have valuable data, probably much more valuable than.
Well, again, I would argue a lot of people, like, how many people are still using Cursor, you know, and how many of those users are valuable users, you know? Are they people who don't want to pay for anything? We'll get into that a little bit later on. I don't know. It is data, but it's whether it's valuable data. Time will tell. I guess they built the Cursor composer model from it, you know,
and it's pretty good. Like from what I've heard, that's really good. That means they have good data. But also this is interesting because Google is paying SpaceX to rent their servers, even though they are rivals in, you know, having both AI models, but they have this partnership. Same for Anthropic. They are hosting their models on SpaceX hardware. Now, by acquiring Cursor, SpaceX has insight into what are the answers coming out of these models, because people use them in Cursor, and then how people integrate them in their code. And with a separate video that you can watch separately, we will talk about Origin, Cursor's version of GitHub. All of this coming together means that SpaceX will own a good amount of data, probably more valuable than, you know, what other companies have. So it's probably a good business decision for them. And with their with SpaceX being valued at this like insane number, buying Cursor for them is just it's just so easy. It's just so, as you said, like peanuts. It's nothing. It's pocket change.
Well, yeah, exactly. And this will get raised a few times in this show. Like I watched the interview with Dario Amadei, and he similar to the question we spoke about before the show. Like she asked him like what's the key to success, or what have you, and he basically comes down to not creating it. The foundations are creating a good model. That's what it all comes down to. So it's yet to be seen. They might have all this data, this and that, and all the rest of it, and access to hardware and Twitter, but unless they produce a good model, it might all just be for nothing. And that's the problem with Grok. Is like people adopting it? Is it a good enough model? Like,
so are you saying you don't like Grok? You don't like? I saw a video. Who was it from? Like Grok playing a game, one of like those shooter games, I believe, and Grok winning by far because apparently, I think it was from Mo. Mo is making like I've recently started watching his videos. Apparently, like other models, like the ones from Anthropic, they think about morality and like teaming up and stuff. And Grok figured out how to run people over with vehicles, just as developing a strategy and not caring
That's
about
crazy.
that. It's really fun. And even though the other models are smarter in a way, they are not good at playing these games. And Grok is just, I mean, you could have seen that coming. If I would ask you which one wins the games more, probably Grok, if it's especially a game where you don't think about morality too much. You need to be selfish, you need to be objective and kind of like reckless in a way. And that's what comes to my mind when I think of Grok. It's a bit reckless.
Winner takes all, baby. Last thing to say is that SpaceX will pay a $10 billion termination fee if Tuesday's deal, so next week, if it falls through. Because this was yesterday they announced it. If anything falls through, they'll have to pay $10 billion to SpaceX, to Cursor. Wonder if that'll be in stock or whether that needs to be in cash.
Yeah.
So anyway, should we move on? I don't have much more to say on that one.
Yeah, we got it really covered.
Yeah. This will be a quick one. I won't bore you to death with it, but let me get my email up. You might have seen a little email from Anthropic on the 15th, so about a week ago now, saying that the programmatic usage pool of cache that you can use to use the Agent SDK and the Claude-P, that they're no longer rolling it out anymore. They're pausing it, which to me sounded like good news. I thought, oh yeah, that means I get to use my usage. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my email as we talk here. But of course, iCloud search is utter trash. Where is it?
I don't use iCloud. Maybe that's why. I'm too Google brained there.
No, it must be in my other one, because I thought I deleted it. Okay, well, let's do this. First of all, this is the original email that you would have seen. Okay. Hi Sam, starting June 15th, max 5x plans claim.
Can you zoom in,
$100
please, a lot? And then start again. Yeah.
Hi Sam, starting June 15th, max 5x plans subscribers claim $100 monthly credit for using Claude SDK and Claude-P, including third-party tools. These are things like OpenClaw, these are things like Hermes, or any tool, T3 code, any tool that was using Claude subscriptions under the hood would get given a pot of cash to use that sort of stuff, because of course we all know that the Claude subscriptions but massively subsidized, but on the day of that was supposed to take shape, it was supposed to do, we get another email which I'm looking for right now. Hi Sam, can you see my email page? Yeah. In May, we sent you an email announcing that starting today, Claude Agent SDK, Claude-P, and third-party apps built on the Agent SDK would stop drawing from subscription rate limits and move on to a dedicated monthly credit. We're writing to let you know we're not making this change today. We're working to update the plan to better support how builders build the Claude subscriptions. Nothing changing for now. Agent SDK and Claude-P for third-party usage continues to work with your subscription exactly as it did before, and there's no credit to claim. Your subscription limits are unchanged. When we have an update, we'll share it with you. Now, I was like, yes, and I was like going to go and update a bunch of my stuff to use Claude, so I don't have to, I could use Claude with my subscription that I'm paying for. And funny enough, I recorded a video on Hermes, which I haven't released yet, but I recorded a video on Hermes, and it was automatically linking my Claude subscription, and my usage credits were going down. I was like, what? I just did not understand what was going on at all. And I thought there must be something going on, or that something's broken, or that it's taking its time to roll out. Then I checked this article here, and they've got a screenshot here which has slightly different wording. Claude Agent SDK, Claude-P, and third-party usage still draw from your subscription's usage limits. So the extra usage that you get, or that you can put money into. So that explains everything, but it's not stated in this bloody email. It definitely doesn't state that. So it makes all sense, but it's just really annoying. And I think I sent a tweet about the fact that Anthropic are just so shit at their communication. Like, I think they could be a lot better at their communication. I'm wondering where this was taken from. Is there published post? Oh no, that's conductor. Sorry, I'm looking off screen. I'm just wondering if this screenshot was taken from the page that announced it. Let me just double check one thing. Let's have a little look. Starting June. To get a budget, how it works. This is the original post. There's nothing for you to do today in email. Here we go. Yeah, so it must have been taken from this. This is a page on there. So they're able to update this and gain a bit of clarity. But either way, point is, still not ideal. And long story short, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. It's this page here. Yeah. So you can see the change. That's where they took the screenshot from. So what I once thought, I mean, this is still bad. This is still bad. Like, that pot was better than taking from the money that we have to top up that pot. We have to top up that monthly usage credit. Now it's taken from that, whereas they were previously just going to give us a chunk of money that it would draw from. And that was actually a good thing. It wasn't the best thing, but it wasn't a good thing either. Now this is even worse, which is quite annoying. And I think people have missed that. I don't see a lot of people like angry about the fact that like you were going to give it, you gave us something, then you took it away, then you were going to give us something, and now you've taken it away again. A little bit annoyed about that.
I don't know honestly why they are doing this. They want users, for example, to not use their Claude subscription with tools like Hermes and like programmatic uses, and also other types of like agents like those. But why don't they just ban those in a way, or like just restrict
They can't.
those?
Well, we've gone over this, right? It's because they can't figure out a reliable way to know if someone's using Hermes or OpenClaw or whatever. They just can't, because you're essentially just calling the API, and there's no indicators that accurately tell them. There was that one guy who got charged a bunch of money because he had a comment in a file that said Hermes in it. You know, what else happened? I mean, I think that was kind of it, to be honest. So they can't reliably do it. So they just had to like make a decision. It's all or nothing. And I think it just goes to show how much they're actually subsidizing, because basically these tools mean that you can build something that can actually use the tokens that you buy, actually use the subscription that you pay for. We all like this is a matter of this is a well-known fact, right? There is huge subsidization is happening all over the industry. The people who pay for the higher tiers that don't use all of their tokens, credits, subscription, whatever it is, whether it's Netflix, whether it's Amazon, like there are people that do not use, and that's what you bank on. You bank on people not using what you give them. And you've got to find, as a product owner, you've got to find that balance between, well, what looks really good, but we know that no one will go over it, or how much are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to like make the offer sound so good it's hard to refuse, but actually people end up not using enough anyway? So do you know what I mean? It's a balancing act.
It is a balancing act, but overall, from what I understand, there are arguments that Anthropic is not making much money, if not anything, on these subscriptions. They are probably losing money on these. Where they are making money is on enterprise. So they are trying to lure you in. You basically subscribe for $200. You get tons of usage, and once you like it enough, you probably will continue using that in your company, and you ask your company to buy this, and then they buy the enterprise, and this is where they are making a lot of money. So why would they limit you? Because it's a losing money system anyway, that starting point, and using these agents kind of like guarantees like users that use these like programmatic uses and agents will draw much more from the tokens, and they want just to make sure they have, they are not giving away too much of free stuff, but they are managing it pretty poorly. There is no doubt in that, and that their communication just doesn't exist. It's that bad.
The naive people will say, and I understand, because people don't understand how business works, but I think the naive people will say that, hang on, I've paid my subscription. In fact, let me find it actually. Where was it? It was on a Twitter post. It's here. This person is a naive person, in my eyes. So this is on something. This is something we'll go over later, so don't worry too much about it here. But this person, instead of limits, there should be a fixed number of tokens for subscriptions. There should be prepaid rollover tokens when you barely use any in a month. I shouldn't need to wait 5 hours every 10 minutes, right? That's something separate. Yeah. But rollover tokens when you don't use any, like this, you don't understand how business works. Like, not not that I'm saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. This is just the way that it is. I don't run any subscription services, so I don't benefit from this at all. But they subsidize. They make sure that you pay and that you don't. They want you not to use your maximum amount or whatever. You know, they benefit from you not using it. So why would they just let you have a rollover? And why should there be a fixed number of tokens? It makes sense that one would think and feel like that. I totally understand that, but it's just not the way it works. And
It is just not the reality. The reality
it's
is
just not the
these
reality,
tools are expensive. Like the amount of money that these companies are burning is insane. So yes, we are paying $200 and it's a lot of money, but it's all relative. Like we like it or not, that's the reality. That $200 that I'm paying is not enough for that company to make money with, because they are burning crazy amount of money on everything that we are talking about. So like the training, the servers, the graphic cards, everything, the electricity, it's just too expensive. And the reality is we've been kind of lied to, like a sweet lie, and we're just waking up. We're just waking up to the fact that, oh, that model that we've been using to generate images with, and what else, it just burning money for the business, and they cannot continue this forever. There was this funny video from Big A. It was about the SpaceX whole thing, but it's the same thing. It's he generated an image with Grok. The image was Elon Musk putting lipstick on a pig. And he, just to make his point, he made it 20 times for free. And the whole point was like, look, I can do this. There is no world that I can generate an image, Elon putting lipstick on a pig 20 times for free, and that business will somehow make money with it. No, they're losing money with it. And that's the reality. So we'll see how far this can go. I hope more companies will sign up. They will pay the enterprise so we can continue enjoying our not, too cheap, but also not as expensive as what reality is, the $200 subscription.
Yeah. I forgot. I was going to bring it back to the point I was trying to make, but I've totally forgotten the point I was trying to make. The point is like, no, it's all good. We go off track sometimes, but the point is the credits that we were going to get given, the subsidization. I think it was something to do with the subsidization that takes place. Like it's just. It can't go on forever. Absolutely can't go on forever. And this is their way of just trying to manage that. Oh, no, that's where I was going with it. And all that to say is OpenClaw, Hermes, all of these platforms, they make damn well sure that you maximize your token usage. They there's no world, if you're using these tools every month, you for sure get that and get your tokens, and that goes against every business decision ever made when it comes to this subscription all you can eat buffet option that we're so accustomed to. It's
like those restaurants. It's not in their interest to have people who eat too much to go there, right? Those restaurants. And it's not in Anthropic's business. Before I sleep, sometimes I do ultra think workflow, and then just something. So I sleep and Claude works.
You should look into loops. Loops basically set off two agents. One is constantly reviewing. It's on a loop, just reviewing the code, and then it's passing the prompt to its other. Like they're just a little team that works whilst you're sleeping.
Could you do that with workflows?
Well, you can. One agent is there to prompt the other agent, so you could prompt that let's call it the monitoring agent. You could prompt the monitor agent to create workflows if it wants to.
Yeah, but like those two agents exist in two separate terminal windows, essentially.
Yes. Yeah.
So how do
Yeah.
they interact with one another?
Through files.
Okay,
So
I need to.
as
I get the idea, but I need to see how that is.
Yeah. So the reviewer agent, because the implementation agent, it self destructs, like it just removes itself. So then the reviewer agent can spin up other agents, like
But
another
how
agent,
how
another
do they
agent.
ping each other? Like the reviewer has to get pinged that, hey, I'm done. Review my work. How will that happen?
It can check Git. It can check Git differences in like, here's the main branch that that agent has been working in another branch or another work tree. Are there differences? What are the dates of those things? Have there been any changes? So
I have
yeah,
yeah.
so,
I have to
something to
look
look
it up.
into. Yeah,
Yeah, I have to
because
look it up.
you can set goals in Claude Code, like /goal, and that's one way of doing it, but it's not a particularly good way, because I mean, you could in theory run a loop on your codex agent, or vice versa. Opus could be monitoring the codex agent. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can have two different agents.
That's
like,
also interesting. Yeah.
so
I was thinking like if I should do computer use, but that will burn even more. Yeah. Honestly, I would love to do this for what I mentioned before. Like I was trying to create an automation tool to have ManyChat and like a publishing tool all in one place. So, for example, make a video, publish it to every platform, and also monitor the comments to automate replies. I made the software overnight. I just ran it literally overnight, workflow ultra think. It was a working, not just prototype, it was a working project, but figuring out the APIs and like setting up the developer account. I'm stuck like in the Facebook loop. It's not recognizing it well. I don't know. I would love to set up an agent who can, like, try that until they get it. I don't care if they hack Mark Zuckerberg's own account until they get the API access.
Can't you give a Claude the Chrome Chrome?
I did.
Yeah,
I
the Chrome
did.
extension, and it navigate and use Facebook. It couldn't figure it out.
It couldn't. No.
Yeah.
Like it has ideas for why it doesn't work, and like it kind of like goes in a loop of, oh, it doesn't work because of this, and then we change it. Like, oh,
yeah.
Well, we have to change it back.
I've always had trouble with Facebook, to be honest.
Yeah.
Creating an app, creating a dev account, and all this, that, and the other. But yeah, they all do things differently as well. They're not always the same way of doing stuff. So it's like, okay, what have I got to do to create this fucking account? Do you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was supposed to be a quick one.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a quick one.
What were you going to say?
Separate, like that it's over. Yeah, if you are interested in this one, maybe you can help me out on it, because you're posting stuff to LinkedIn. Like you could automate posting to everywhere. I made it like it works. The posting part works. The automation doesn't.
To LinkedIn.
Yeah, I did post to LinkedIn. Yeah. That was the first one. I even posted like test app, and people liked it. I was like, what?
Thing is, yeah, because mine was whinging that it needs a business account. So I didn't bother.
Yeah, so I have my Kabarza agency account, which is a business. It's not a personal account. Through that, so I authenticated my own account. So when it posted with my personal account, but the business account was just for the API setup. So that worked, and I posted also to Instagram. My video is still there. I posted a video saying like, if you see this video, it means like I posted through my app, and it worked.
Okay.
So that works, but I don't get a webhook when somebody comments, because apparently, like, I have to have a different account.
Fair enough.
That's when you know it's 6 p.m.
Yeah. Dinner
It's
time.
6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. Pedro gets food. Okay, so
Yeah.
we should move to the next one. I'm trying to
So
see if I can fix my...
Cursor ships Origin to take on the behemoth that is GitHub, which has been going downhill for the last 3 months. But it's been built. Apparently, it's been built for the agentic future. I don't really know what that is. There's not a lot on it, but I guess we could have a quick look, right?
Yeah, so we are launching code storage. Launching. We'll see about this. Origin gives teams and agents a place to host, review, and collaborate on code. Available this fall. Join the waitlist. So it's not a launch. It's not sure. It will come later this year. The website, though, I'm a big fan of the website. It's just like a single section.
I was going to say, what?
Yeah. This is nice. This is nice. Yeah. So anyway, you can sign up, but it's an interesting idea. We had this conversation with GitHub not being their uptime being like really, really bad. Like I think they're like at 60% or something like this. So when you pin, I'm not talking about the GitHub homepage, by the way. It's like the Git, like the functionality doesn't work when you try to update or like use Git. So this was something. This is something that Cursor is trying to do, and this is very interesting because it goes hand in hand with the conversation around hosting on one side, because they shipped their editor, so you can like build a marketing website, you can visually edit stuff. Now you can also host your code there. This can become like a full-on platform for marketing stuff, not just for app, but also, they have their own AI, and now they will see very clearly what code you are shipping, what code you are like pushing to production, what prompts did you use, what answers did you get from each one of these like different models. So it seems like a very strong position for Cursor that they are building for themselves, because they will own the whole loop of, you prompt them, they see what works, they see what you ship. Yeah, pretty interesting. I signed up. We'll see what it is all about.
I also signed up. There was a bit of tiff, like to and fro in the comments section of this Twitter, because you could only sign up for your work with your work email. And you say you sign up with a personal email, so they must have fixed it.
Yeah, I used my Gmail just to test it, and they fixed it. But there are like too many people unhappy about not, please use your work email. As you said earlier, Cursor sees you, if you are using your Gmail, sees you as not worthy. Maybe you don't pay.
Yeah.
So if you use your Gmail,
exactly.
You're not going to pay $200 a month for a Claude subscription. So probably also
you just want it for free. You're probably someone who's wanting it not be a work address is probably someone who wants to use this for free. Which, arguably, should you get early access? I don't know. The other thing is well, what do we think? What do we think? What is Git for the AI ages? Because I've got the Claude plugin for GitHub, and I tag Claude in my GitHub issues and things like that. It's quite a nice way to work. Could that be it? Could it be a self improvement? Could there be bot agents that just keep addressing code reviews and just improve the code, whether it's bug fixes or whatever? Could it be a way for non-techie people to also interact with the code that you're writing, so you can combine, as you say, with marketing people or something like that? What are your predictions?
Yeah, this is what I'm also thinking, because you asked who's using Cursor, and I would say, like, from the workflow community that we know, like most of like the people that I talk to, they use Cursor for their programming stuff when it comes to Webflow. It's somehow Cursor found its place, like where designers and like kind of like not super professional, like hardcore developers work. They found a place there, and a lot of like not super techie developers started using it, and including I think a lot of like hardcore developers are using Cursor. So it how GitHub has issues and how you can like do all sorts of stuff there. I feel like they probably will try to make it super easy to host your code, so it like just using Cursor like automatically, so like save your code kind of like, and it's in the cloud or something. Maybe like also CDN to integrate your code somewhere else, and something like issues will be like comments that you make and maybe other people can make, and agents will start working on them. So all of this, I can see it happening somehow. At the same time, what will stop a GitHub, from just copying their features once they release them, and if they are good, only time can tell.
I tell you who will stop GitHub copying these features: GitHub, because they're shit.
Yeah. But why GitHub is so bad? Like, what's the problem? Why is their uptime so bad?
I don't know. Same. I think just engineering. Well, some would say it's there's no CEO, there's no leadership at GitHub. That just from a administration / kind of leadership perspective, they've just lost it. They've lost their way. Nokia did the same thing. They were the top of the game. They were amazing, but they just lost their way and they just fell behind. They weren't keeping up. So, slight tangent, but I was looking at there's a supermarket called Sainsbury's in the UK, and they have a card system for earning points called Nectar. And I was trying to link my Nectar account, because you can link it with, do you know what Avios is? Do you know what Avios is?
No.
It's points that you can get for flights, right? You can spend them on air miles, right? You can spend them on plane tickets and whatever. You can link Nectar and Avios together, and every single corner I hit a hurdle on trying to link these two accounts. Like, I just wanted to change my email, didn't work. Well, actually, sorry, I wanted to link my accounts, didn't work. Probably because the email on one account was different from the email of another account. So I was like, okay, I'll change my email address. The change of email didn't work. The iOS app, everything. It was like, how can something be so wrong? So many things can be so wrong in an organization? Is crazy. And I know Nectar aren't the cream of the crop when it comes to technology, but it was just an example where like just a company can just be poisonous through and through, every single corner you turn, and that's a culture issue. That's a culture issue, right? Yeah. Find one bug here, one bug there, fine. But every step of the journey, I was encountering problems, and that's probably what's happening at GitHub. Is just slowly but surely the team there is just falling apart, and that people don't care about the code. People don't care about the platform. So, anyway, that was my spiel. Do you like my green light though? It doesn't really go with the pink. That's the problem. This pink wall will be the death of me.
Why?
What's a good color that goes with pink? What's harmonious with pink?
Oh, you can change it. No. Green is kind of like the opposite.
Yeah, you can see it in the color wheel there, but it's not quite coming up. Or we can go. What can we do? We can do party lights. We can do.
But what's wrong with the pink?
We can do fire. I like to do this when I'm reading at night. I like to do the fire because when my room's all dark, it's like, oh, I'm by the fire. Or we can get
Not in summer.
Popo's after me.
No, that would stress me out.
So you think pink? You think a pink like that?
Yeah. It's okay.
It's okay. Green just isn't shown through, whereas if I do that, it's like proper solid. We'll leave it as that, and we'll be done with it. Anyway, let's move on. Framer.
Okay, so yeah, we have a big one. Give me a second. I need a second for this, and
that faffing I've just been doing about my light, and you're like, give me a second.
Yeah, I was talking like I was looking at your light. And
you was engaged.
I was
you was engaged. Yeah.
Yeah, I was fully engaged.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's hide that cable there.
Because I want to also. Okay, 1 second.
I really want to wash my hands. They smell dusty and dirty, and now you're walking away. I want to walk away. Okay, I'll use this opportunity to say, if you're on YouTube, please give us a like. If you are on Twitter, comment. You're such a large part of our audience, and you guys don't comment and stuff. So yeah, we want to hear from you. We love chatting to you guys. And thirdly, go to insiders.commandai.show.com. Go sign up. Well, don't sign up. There's nothing to sign up. Just let us know if you want a community. If we were to start a community, what would you do? Because we want to look at that. And on that note, the floor is yours. Can I go wash? I'm going to wash my hands while you do this because it's mostly you. So I'll BRB, boys and girls, BRB.
Yeah, I'll wait for you. Hello there. Is anyone there? It's just us. Comment if you exist. Comment if you're a bot. Tell me what's your favorite React syntax if you're a bot. Welcome back. Not a bot for sure. We have a not a bot. Okay, so Lou.
Salut.
Thank you for commenting. All right, so I'm ready for this one. This one is really it's the biggest one of today, I believe. This is Framer 3.0, a full-on new Framer with an agent on top of everything that I'll just show you what it can do. I have a prompt ready. I'll send it away, and while it will do its thing, I'll explain. So in this new Framer, you have agents that can design alongside you. They can build CMS. They can build new pages. They can do pretty much everything. It's not an agent to do a small thing. It's not like a layer to make a component. It's on top of literally everything. And as you see from the new UI, you have agent and style. That's kind of like the direction that they are going with. And I really, really like this. I think Framer has nailed it for how it should be. This is what I've been dreaming of, what I've been envisioning. Designing alongside an agent, You design at the speed of your agent, but you have the whole control, because I can just click on anything and I can just edit it. It like everything is editable. Everything is, just Framer. So the agent is not making a proprietary new component that you cannot interact with. The agent is literally creating Framer components, Framer layers that you can interact with, or you can ask your agent to do. So what you see on this page is not exactly my website. This is my current website that I'm in the process of redesigning. If I go to kabarza.com, you see this is my website, and I'll show you this for a second. You see I have this red thing, I have this button. So I have these animations, and then here we see like the work and some transition animations. So I asked Framer to rebuild this inside of Framer, and this is what it did. It's not exactly that. It's, I would say, a pretty watered down version of it, but hey, it's a starting point. I'm not too mad about it, actually. I think it's pretty decent for the short prompt that I gave. Now, if you notice, I'm inside of the design area. This is what's really, really cool about agents in this new Framer. We already had design. So design is like a canvas, free-form canvas, where you can have like multiple things next to one another. You can just like Figma. Now you can use an agent, ask an agent to do stuff. Like just right now, I asked an agent to create a blog post page based on my designs. I was hoping that it would show it right away. It's not. I guess it's analyzing everything. It's creating a design plan. Okay, it's still working. When I asked it to copy my website, it was quite fast. Anyway, so as you saw, it was also trying to do something with the CMS. Yeah, I think it's trying to do something with the CMS as well. You also see these like PlayStation looking buttons. They showed these in the kind of like presentation, and before they started. This is kind of like the new design. We'll talk about the new other new feature as well, but yeah, this was like the marketing way of showing it. And here you see we have these buttons that I have no idea what they are before like hover. Okay, maybe the plus is insert something. Then we have the layouts, we have text, and the last one is, what is this? Shapes, vector. Yeah. So we have that, and then we have everything in the menu. I would say pretty well and very like clean setup. And as you see, so my page is being created, post, and if I click on it, it's not showing up. Yeah, it's not showing up, and I don't know why. I have no idea.
It's
so
saying
we
reloading
wait.
down the bottom right.
Yeah.
So
where?
Your agent.
Yeah, my agent is still working. So it's still working. Anyway, so while this is working, actually I can have another chat, and this one I'm going to ask it to create 5 variation of my hero section with cool WebGL graphics on the canvas.
Before
I don't know
you
how
set
to
that off. Have a look. Just click around. Like I want to know models it uses as well, so I can see just using GPT 5.5.
Yeah, so you can go with Sonnet 4.6. You can go with Opus 4.8. Let's just go with 5.5. Or you want to use another one?
No. No, what do those
Okay.
other buttons do as well?
So this is select. I think I can, select this. Plus is adding, like I can add something like an image or something, or a file. And then this one is just send. So I send this, and I hope it does what I'm asking, because I want to use, as I mentioned, I want to use the design canvas thing and not the pages, because I think this is where Framer is not doing a great job at separating these. These are not the same thing. These are like your final pages. Oh, this was a folder, and oh yeah, we see also the article coming together. Anyway, so these are your pages, and this is like your design area. Oh, see, that was cool. You saw how it selected a section and then did this whole duplication, and now it's going to add WebGL effects, I guess. Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, these are pretty bad. Maybe it will be better. We'll see. We'll see how. We'll see how it will be. Let's give it a second. Give me a second. All right. So while this is doing its thing, let's check our post, and we can actually go to the blog post. We see this agent is still thinking. So going back here, this one, we see it's also probably still thinking. Yes. So you can have these going at the same time. Now while these do these work, I will tell you about the agent a little bit more. What's really cool, as you saw, you can choose your model, but not just that, you can actually connect to it via their new MCP and use your own environment. You can use Claude Code, Codex app, whatever you use, open code, I guess. You just connect to your project and then you prompt it away from there. Now we see the work with the hero is really, really bad. Like from the marketing videos that I saw from them, it was much better. Maybe my prompt was not as good. I had high hopes. This is pretty bad. Anyway, so yeah, that's really unfortunate. And this one is still working. The blog post is still working. It's decent. And I don't have a like proper setup. I literally asked it to copy my website, and I didn't give it like a visual to see. So yeah, it's working with limited amount of data, but honestly, it's pretty hard to defend this. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But the idea.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can get into the actual design stuff in a bit, but the idea is really cool. So can you, two questions I have. One is about pricing, how all that works. And two, so can you just create a CMS collection right now? No pages, no nothing. Can you control from like an administration level?
To ask the CMS agent to do it?
Yeah, create me a CMS of
yes.
team members from the agent.
Create a CMS of team members, just the CMS. We'll just do the CMS first and let's see how it will be. So yeah, from the updates that I've seen from them, the agent is on top of everything, and it's one place to interact with, and it does everything. And you see it's doing that.
You see what Lou said. It feels like this is what Webflow was supposed to do months ago, and it's so true.
So you see, we have the posts. We have 3 posts. We have team members, and it did it. Now I can ask it to add 10 team members. I want to see what is the. So we have role, bio, email, LinkedIn status.
Yeah.
Do they have an image? Yeah, they have a photo. I want to ask to add team members, but add like another
Field.
another field. So what should be that
Add-
field be?
Add
Under
catchphrase
truth.
field.
Members each with their own catch. How do you write phrase?
PH,
right?
yeah.
Phrase. Yeah. It will understand. So I want just to test. I'm pretty sure it can do this, but let's see if it will
There you
add.
go. This has added the field.
Well, it's adding the members
And
and,
it's
the
adding
catchphrase.
members.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is Webflow. If you're watching, this is what I've been asking you. And Framer, if you're watching, like, you earned my respect. Actually, Framer earned my respect a few weeks ago when they updated their comparison pages. They finally did it. And they are being finally truthful. It's a different story. I've had my own issues with them not being truthful with the community, but now it looks like very fair how they are comparing themselves against Webflow. And with this update, this is so damn good. Like in the way that they have been thinking about the UX. I have this agent window, and it can interact with everything. I don't know if it can do like analytics, localization, and settings. What is in setting? For example, can it do redirects? For example, that would be cool.
Go on. Ask it to do a redirect.
But I don't have anything for redirect. That's the issue.
Yeah, just say it. Just say redirect. Redirect about to about us.
Add a redirect page. A redirect.
Redirect. Just say read. Yeah. Slash about to slash about hyphen us.
Let's see. It will probably say we don't have a
configure URL redirect to add a redirect and verify the project state.
Yeah, so it seems like it can do this.
Yeah.
Add it.
Go check it out.
So let's check it out.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Framer.
Because the way we described this, there you go. We described this like Webflow are trying to, what do you say, that they're separating the agents. You've got an agent that helps build your website in the flow there. You've got an assistant here. Whereas this is wrapping the entire it's a platform wide and a platform all encompassing agent that can do loads of different things. The, even though Webflow designers gravitated to Webflow, funnily enough, it's not a designer platform, as we can see, because Framer have adopted the design mode. And I think that's where they could probably do a little bit better, is actually having design mode and pages mode, just to, again, have that distinction. Once you know they're there, it's fine. But I think, that clear separation of design mode versus pages mode, and having some clear differentiation there. But this is great.
This is amazing. Like, imagine as a framer, designer / developer setting up a whole design system, building everything, and then you have all the small, like, detailed controls that you usually have. This is what Webflow is totally lacking. Like, Webflow, if you see this, like, this is what you need to copy. Like, we are at a point, like, to put it bluntly, there is no way around it. Webflow should copy this. Like, Framer has been copying Webflow. Like, the whole idea of this UI came from Webflow. Webflow nailed the UI for CSS. Like, that's, like, super clear. They nailed how you can interact with CSS from a UI. But this implementation of how you have agents on top of everything, Framer has nailed it, and it's really, really looking good. Now, the results that I'm seeing are not really even close. They are not really even close to what I've been getting from other tools. And just to make a like, I showed this last week as well. This is what Lovable has gotten a client of mine, or like a lead. This is Lovable design. This is Opus 4.7. It's not bad, right? This design, it's just not there. This is Figma agent, which is like horrible. Like, this is horse shit. It's that bad. And this is like Fable 5, RIP Fable 5. But like, I really miss you dearly. But this is like Fable 5. Like, this is darn good. This is as good as it gets when it comes to agents doing design. Why am I mentioning this? Because what I'm getting here in Framer is not nearly as good, but my prompts are not specific, and I'm using 4.8. I'm not sure if it's like on the max use, whatever. Like, ideally, I would not use this interface. I would just use the MCP maybe, because with the MCP, I can, have it in a different window and still do everything. As you saw, we changed something in the settings. Like, that just talks about
as someone who doesn't know about this. I mean, we called it a redirect. We told it what the slash pages were. Imagine someone who doesn't know what they're doing and don't know about redirects. They'll say, when someone goes to About Us, I actually want them to go to we've renamed it to About Us, or do you know what I mean? They'll use natural language, and Framer will figure out, oh, you want a redirect, so this is why it's like super powerful to have that, whereas Webflow is so techie. You have to know that redirects are even a thing, or you have to know that, you just have to know the interface, and then it's potluck whether you'll get an agent that they've built in to be actually able to manage it. How much are we talking? What was the prices? Because I saw next to the models they had ×1, ×1.3. Like, what are we talking about here with the price?
We'll look at the price in a moment.
Okay, cool.
Because let's see. So just before we go, here I started another agent session. I just asked it to make a responsive layout of this. So you start with something in desktop. The agent will take care of responsive. And as you said, for someone not techie, this is amazing. And imagine for like even me setting things up for my clients, and then my clients ask me to do something, I can tell the agent much better and make sure that I get what they need. So that's a literal game changer. And I think this is where also not just Webflow, Figma has to go. This is the way. Design is going to happen in code. Design and code are becoming the same thing. They always been the same thing, but we kind of like separated them because of accessibility, like who can access it. Now that's changing again. Like, design is becoming, we design in code, we have all the access here. Like, this is just this is just too good. This is the perfect I don't have much to add. Like, I could ask for an MCP and they have that. I could ask for, like, I don't know what to ask for. Well, yes, the results are not good, but it's not their fault exactly. It's also partially the models. Yeah.
Let's dig into that a little bit, because it is sort of their fault. I don't know what their system prompt is, right? But it's not a big deal, right? Let's talk about this overall design, AI design world that we live in. Like, I do think this is really good, but I always think that AI will always struggle with design for those that really care and know about design. Like, it will do some great, like you showed us the stuff that you did on Lovable, or the website that's on Lovable, and you just so happen to be really happy with the designs that came out of it, right? But the undeterministic nature of AI means that you might do the same thing today and it won't look the same.
Yeah.
Or you've just done it right now and it just doesn't quite live up. You use the same models and this and that, but it just doesn't quite do it. And the problem is that it's pot luck. Whether it's created something that was in your mind to begin with, it's playing Russian roulette with whether it's going to satisfy you or not. So this is, for me, this is why AI will never be good at design. I think it's good, and I've said this, I said this in a tweet, and I've said it a couple of times on the show already, that where AI will be really good for is the exploration, it's the research, experimentation, is giving you ideas, but it will never be good at the final product purely because it can't do that 100% of the time. You're always going to be disappointed. Probably 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to be disappointed with if you're looking for perfection. If you're looking for the final design, 9 times out of 10, it will never be good. So that's kind of why I say AI is just not good for design. Like, you might strike gold, you might get it, you might win, but it's a lottery.
Yeah, it is a lot. You said it perfectly, Sean. Yeah, perfectly. It is true, and that's why if you are a web designer, web developer watching this using Webflow Framer, I don't think AI is coming for your job. If you are a template maker, maybe AI is like good at that sort of stuff. But even if you like make a really creative template, AI is not good at creativity. Either. It's good at exploration, and that's my point with Framer getting it right when it comes to how they have implemented the UX side of things, and it will just get better from here. Like we know that yes, these results are bad. It, by the way, Workspace used over 80% of its level. Oh my god.
Click on view usage just so we can see, you have that ready for pricing and shit.
Yeah. So
let's talk about pricing in a bit, but
yeah. So the whole point is it will get better from here. Their implementation in terms of UX is great. So now let's look at
I wouldn't recommend you going in with the expectation that this is going to be your design tool. As a designer, I'm doing that I'm not a designer, but as a designer, you shouldn't look at this as being a helpful design tool. Should be a helpful administrative tool. When you said templates, I thought, well, you design the first template and then you'd say, right, take this design and then go create a blog page, go create whatever, tell it to go and use your design to do whatever. That's as a designer. If you're a marketer, if you're a founder, if you're someone who isn't precious about the design, then use this for design, but also use it to help build your website. So that's why I love this implementation, because it's so versatile that it really suits a lot of people. But again, you might get lucky and get a good design, but most of the time you're probably not going to be satisfied just because you have such a precise idea in your head. The reason why, developers who say AI is not good at code, is because they have a very specific idea of how they want to architect something or how they want to do something. And design AI is the same for code as it is for design. And if you're very prescriptive, if you say make the border radius of this card 18 pixels instead of 24, and you're going to get the exact, and you're going to be very happy. Whereas if you're not precious, the more broad you can be. There's a graph somewhere that's like pressure and preciousness and satisfaction with AI. The more precious you are, the more unhappy with AI you're going to get. The less precious you are, if you can sit in the middle, I think is great. Like I'm not precious about how a certain feature has been implemented. I'm just like, do it however you want it. you've got to take the rough with the smooth. If it does it in a terrible way, is it really that big a deal? Probably not. But we'll talk about Ship Studio in a second, Lou. By the way, we haven't ignored it. We'll just talk about it in a second.
Yeah. So now let's talk about the usage. So this is crazy. So this workspace that I'm on has 3,000 credit units, and I'm already basically using all of it with just a few prompts, by the way. Not a website done, not much of design done, and I'm already there. Now you can add more, and as just to be clear, I have burned around 3K in usage, right? Just now, just
you
today.
burned 2.5
Yes.
out of your 3K.
But it says like here, I'm almost hitting the 3K. That's what I'm saying. Almost hitting the 3K. One more prompt, I'm hitting the 3K. Now, how much is 3K of, we don't have 3K, but we can do 2,000 credits. This is insane.
Oh,
this is
that's
insane.
Yearly, mind. That's yearly.
Wait.
That's yearly monthly credits.
Yeah.
If you just wanted to top up for the month, 2,000 for the month. Makes it better, makes it a bit easier to swallow.
50 euros? No. So if you go to 10,000, 200 euros, 260 euros per month, and 10,000, just like, I don't know what exactly that means, but like from the feeling of it, like I've been using Claude, the $20 subscription, the $100 and the 200. I've tried all three, and I'm like constantly switching between the 100 and the 200 depending on my workload in that month. This 10,000 feels like much less than what you get even with the $100. It's that little. So if I go with something like, I don't know, the maximum 10K per month for just credits, this is what feels like the $200, by the way, from Anthropic. And if you go to yearly, 50K just on AI credits for a website. This is crazy, but this is where, having your own MCP comes to play. But I don't know how because that is technically using their API, but you use your own AI. So I don't know if they will require you to do something about that. They will charge you for that. I don't know. I will tweet at them and ask this.
I'm just looking at what the Framer MCP allows you to do. Agent skills, MCP server. Yeah, they're not very clear about what it allows you to do.
The pricing is free.
Yeah, the pricing would be free, for MCP server, because you're the one using your credits, right? So you're just triggering API. You're just triggering API.
Yeah, but like Figma, for example, doesn't let you to use their MCP with the free tier of Figma, or even if they do to a certain degree, I believe.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm just looking on the API docs to look at what sort of things you can do. Reference. And we looked at the API. It's not actually that fleshed out, to be fair. But we'll have to look into it. I think we'll have to look into it. So it's not cheap. If you can do all that with your own, if you can do all of that with your own agent, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. But again, use your tokens wisely. You get 3. Oh, by the way, what plan are you on right now to get this AI agent?
I'm on the Pro one. This is the one I didn't buy Framer to just have it parked here. I'm a part of this Lenny's newsletter thing, and I'm on the Pro one.
30. So $30. The $30 plan gets you. The basic plan doesn't get you the AI agent.
I don't know.
1,000 monthly credits. 1,000 monthly credits it gets you. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah,
because you've got 3,000 monthly credits for the 30 euro, 1,000 monthly credits for the thing. So I'll chime in here, Lou. If you haven't checked it out, we covered Ship Studio last week, but I think it's just totally different from Ship Studio. Like Ship Studio allows you to edit code that you've created. I think it's just a different, it's a complete different thing altogether. And plus, Ship Studio doesn't contain hosting. Ship Studio doesn't host your website for you. You can't set up redirects. Well, technically you could, because you could create a Vercel configuration file and set up redirects like that. So in a way that you could do it like that. But if you're a marketing person, if you're a founder of a business and you have no interest in design, no interest in coding, Framer is absolutely going to be your go-to. Whereas Ship Studio is a good thing in the right direction, and I fully support it, but it's just for a different market. It's just a different person. So if the Ship Studio suits you, that's all well and good, but it's not going to suit people who just don't care about either design or dev, or they care about design but they don't care about dev,
Yeah.
And they want to tinker with things.
Yeah, I think I will give it a try, but the whole point for me for this video is that this interface, this UX is what I find to be really, really good. I asked it to create a mentorship page based on the mentorship page that I have on my website. And for this one, it got it super, super close to what I already have. So it's much better in that. And we see it already also made a component. We can ask the agent to make components and things like this. We also have branching, by the way. How do I do branching?
I think branching might be a business feature, to be fair.
Well, they said they are introducing branching, but I don't know how to.
That's what I mean. It might not be on your plan. It might be on an enterprise plan. I would say it might be that it's a branch of your whole site. So it might be, if you go back to design mode and you do the PlayStation icons, what do the PlayStation icons do?
So this one is insert.
Okay, so that's a new element, yeah.
This is just layout.
Okay.
This is text. I don't know why they do this, but yeah, whatever.
And vector, okay.
Yeah, they are technically all this.
Yeah. It's cool, man. It's cool. I think this. I'll always praise Framer on doing things really cleanly. They're not always ahead. They're the Apple of the no-code world. They're a little bit behind. Doesn't do everything you want it to do, but they roll things out when they've got a really good solution for it, and that's what I'll always praise Framer on. If a little bit expensive.
I feel like they are quite fast, actually. I feel like they are the first in many things. They are fast at pivoting. They did pivot once when they became a website builder, and now I feel like they pivoted into this AI agentic workflow.
They didn't
faster
have
than anyone else.
They didn't have rems for font sizes for years.
They
it's
are
those
still,
sorts of things.
Yeah, it's still kind of like Framer. It's kind of still limited. They don't have classes. It's a mindset, I would say. It's a mindset of how they are.
It's a mindset.
Yeah, and it's not my favorite mindset when it comes to building. what I really like about this direction is the idea of a design canvas being integrated here.
Yeah.
And then once you
Yeah.
have a winner, you explore. Once you have a winner, you set it to be your, main project, whatever. So that's really, really good. So Webflow, I want this.
Take note. Let's move on because I'm just
Yeah.
looking at the time.
The time is,
Let's quickly talk about Eve. You'll be happy to know I don't massively haven't gone too deep into Eve, but Vercel seem to have, they want to introduce their own agentic framework, a framework for building agents that you can deploy presumably on Vercel. And I've gone as far as looking at the documentation. Sorry, it's going to be a bit of a boring read, but essentially it is a directory. This is your agent, and this could, you define your agent, whatever you want it to do. Is it something, well, yeah, you know how flexible an agent could be, right? So, and then you just design, you give it the tools it's able to run, you give it the skills it's able to have access to, sub-agents that it has access to, and it's a folder structure that defines and it's this own encapsulation of an agent, which you can then deploy. So you start writing some code here. You set what the model is. This is the bare minimum that you need. Now, my understanding is presumably this will sit on Vercel once you've deployed it. You just basically give it a task, and it will revolve around a set of instructions. So in this example, you're a senior data analyst. Answer questions about the team's data. Prefer exact numbers. If you can compute it, state assumptions, use tools, and then you just basically get an API that you can just send requests to this agent. If you ask it what the weather is, yeah, it might tell you what the weather is, but it's not really like a good use case for it. So why they built it, and I was confused because it's like, well, what really, like, we've got managed agents with Claude, but what problem is this solving? And essentially it basically comes down to just every installation or every instance of an agent being different. They want to standardize something. So that's kind of as far as I've got in understanding this. I think I need to dig in and use it. There does seem to be something quite interesting about it, and probably something that especially companies, maybe they just want to standardize a lot of their processes and all the rest of it. I don't know.
Will you use it?
But that's as far as I got. Yeah, I want to try and use it. I do want to try and use it. And I think I'll have more to say once I've used it. But this was brand new. This is brand new information to me. So I'm sorry I haven't had much experience with it. But if you do, let us know. If you've had experience with it, then yeah, that's kind of it. But I think the next one is Vercel too, isn't it? Because Vercel have been busy with
the V0
design mode. Yeah. So did you want to take this one?
Yeah, I want to show the video. It's kind of like not as good after that Framer one because it's still in the same direction.
Well, right? We spoke about Ship Studio. There's just different implementations, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh,
all right. So
I will just add one thing about that agent because I'm looking at this page here. So the channel connect is an interesting one. So you can actually just connect it, let's say in Slack. So this Slack agent will forever, you could have it on Discord. Maybe it's your documentation for your company. Maybe it's, something, but like you can mention this agent or chat or chat to this agent, and it's just a specialist in doing that one thing. So imagine these planted throughout your organization, throughout your company, and they are super good at that one thing. And in this instance, what was it? This is get weather. So whenever someone asks the weather, or whenever someone at weatherbot in your Discord, it will just tell you the weather. Obviously, you can think of more clever use cases for it. But yeah, I think it's just a way of getting agents dotted around your organization and providing insights that are relevant specifically to your organization. So yeah, that's all I'll add.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, so V0 has now a design mode, just like every other vibe coding and agentic tool. You can talk to the agent, but now you can also directly interact with what the agent creates. So introducing design mode. In design mode, you can comment on something and basically stack a list of comments to your agent so the agent can take care of it, or you can start directly interacting with the canvas. As you see here, you start interacting with it and you just change color, sizing, whatever directly on the canvas. That's really cool about it. It's not just there. I will show you in a second. You have a whole panel similar in a way to no-code tools like Webflow and Framer, where you can, as you see also here, you see the layers. You can change stuff. I also really like this. So this is a really clean implementation of a design mode inside of an agentic tool. But one thing is missing, and this is what we covered in the Framer video. That is a canvas, a free-form canvas where you can explore ideas, put them next to one another, compare them. That is missing for me, but the rest of it is really nice. I checked also, you can go to their docs and you see the design mode. Something that is a bit odd. So you have the chat and design, and this is the design panel. What's a bit odd to me, this is a bit ugly. Like we have Figma, the style panel. We have the Webflow style panel, which is my favorite. We have Framer, which is also really clean. And they are so user-friendly, but I feel like this is just a bit too cluttered, or like not very easy to read. I mean, you can focus on it if you want to, but it's I find it odd in the world where we have Webflow perfecting that style panel. We still see new tools not really having that level. I mean, with Webflow, with the padding and the margin controls, and also with the border things, it's just things are just so clear. Anyway, this is an interesting update. I did use V0 for some time. I had it with the Lenny's newsletter, but now I'm not a paying customer. But this looks really nice. You ask your agent something and you go to design mode, as you see here, and you just click stuff and change them. As we said before, this is the future. Like the no-code tools are adding agentic first UX, and the agentic first tools are adding a design mode. So both are becoming essentially the same thing.
Yeah. Just to comment on your, we've got Webflow and this and that. And whilst I agree with you, I think you're coming at it from like a design first perspective, whereas like the dev first perspective is like, we were happy with WordPress for ages, just a bunch of fields that we just type in what we want. There's devs who are more technically minded that just can't think outside of that. Like if I want this to be that, then it's like numbers will be perfectly fine rather than a UI. So hopefully they'll get there. Hopefully they'll look at other no-code tools as inspiration and start improving it. But for sure, like I think that it's not as important for some people. You know, we're really entering a world where it's like one size could fit all, but it's just never going to satisfy anyone. And similarly, you know, the canvas thing, I wouldn't want that in V0. I don't want canvas in V0. Do you know what I mean? And also my question to you is like, why wouldn't you just keep Figma for that? Like why couldn't you would you be happy with a Figma import?
I'm using Figma right now exactly for that, and I'm super unhappy because I don't see a point in doing design and development in a separated fashion. They are the same thing. Like the design, if I'm creating a design in Figma, right? So like if I'm creating this design in Figma, this is Claude code literally thinking in HTML and in code and implementing that in like translating that to Figma, and then I translate that back to HTML. Like there is no point at that anymore. What I want is a canvas. What I want is like essentially Framer, a canvas where you can explore, you can duplicate, you can play around with things also manually, not fully agentic, but also manually. Once you're happy with it, it's already code. That's my point. You don't do a translation again. It's already in code.
You shouldn't worry what's happening under the hood, right? Translation, it could translate back and forth a billion times. Like it shouldn't worry you that that's what's happening.
But it's scattered. It's not in a seamless flow.
So
it takes also time.
I would argue and say, actually, I quite like the separation. Like if I was using V0, like I don't want this design mode interface. I wouldn't ever use it. I wouldn't care to. I guess it would be nice, but like this is where you start to get like really cluttered applications, and Framer is a great example of like that. It's really good at what you can do. You have got that design mode and you have got the implementation, but it is a fairly basic tool for all intents and purposes. It sacrifices in its how far it can actually go for that, you know, universal sort of thing. But I'm not gonna say you're right or wrong. I'm just saying like it's an example of like how you're never going to get this one size fits all thing. So you're going to have to just gravitate towards the tool that solves your needs, because your needs are going to upset a bunch of other people.
Yeah, but you can have it as an option. That's my point. My point is, just like as you said, like with Framer, the canvas is a separate thing. What I'm imagining is exactly that. You can have your own workflow. You can just work from the terminal and create the thing on, you know, whatever platform that is. Another person can use that platform directly with AI, and another person can do it on the canvas and manually. So it's not one, just one linear way of doing it. It's just you have these options, and Framer has done a great job at making it still look like it's a very minimal UI.
Yeah, but it's a simple tool. That's the thing. It's like, you know, master of all trades, jack of all trades, master of none comes to mind, in that, you know, if you try and do everything, they're not all gonna be great, you know. And I do want those very dedicated tools, and I want them to be great. So that's all I'd challenge that with. And again, you're not gonna find a solution. Every tool can't do everything.
I don't know. I feel like if any of them add a canvas and a CMS, it's kind of like very close. Lou is saying these tools need to add a new thing like a throwaway section just to play around and experiment. And I feel like this is what Framer has. In the design canvas, these are just experimentations. You can literally drag things around and just play with them. And do whatever you want with them here, and they are not going to, harm your website. They are not like going to break your website. These are just experimentation here in the canvas, and then once you're ready, you can put it in the final page.
Yeah.
But cool. Anyway, V0 design mode, like every other tool. This is really cool.
We had Cursor as a note here. Obviously, I can talk about Claude design, but what was Cursor?
I
think
I'm not sure why Cursor is here.
Did
Cursor has a design mode as well.
Okay,
yeah, they've been.
Was that something you wanted to show or mention or whatever?
No, not really.
Okay, fair enough. We'll move on.
We have already.
Claude Design have also improved their design mode, but we couldn't really figure out what they've actually done. So, yeah. Let me talk about GLM 5.2 might actually be the first. Well, actually, let me think about this because Kimmy was darn good as well. So I've been playing with GLM 5.2 and Kimmy K2.7 code, and I have to say they've both impressed me so much. And I think we had to put this to the test. We've reached a point where Chinese open source models that are cheap are actually able to do real work. So yeah, GLM 5.2.
Fable 5 level?
Not Fable 5 level, and this is what's crucial about that. This is what's crucial about this. Let me get up GLM 5.2. So just to let you know, where am I? Screen Studio. Sorry, there we go. This is the sort of prices we're. Hang on. I'm working with one monitor right now. Okay, here we go. Cool. So this is the sorts of prices we're looking at. $12 a month. You're not really going to use this. This is for anyone doing any real work. You're not going to really want to. You'll reach your daily limit, or at least your 4-hourly, 5-hourly limit in an hour. Realistically, we're talking about the Pro or the Max, and if we're going to go for it monthly, it's $64, quarterly $57, and then yearly is $50 a month sort of thing. So really, really quite a cheap alternative to something like Claude. And I played around with it. Can I show you? I got it to redesign an app for me, because apparently when you say Fable, it's apparently doing better than Fable in design benchmarks.
I need to make a design benchmark.
Yeah,
show me. Yeah. I want to see that.
Let me show you that design benchmarks. We're not all about benchmarks on this channel. Design benchmarks. Oh, my video just comes up at the top of the search list. That's cool. Here we go. Visit. Oh, it's my own post again. I didn't plan for this, but my own post is coming up in Google when I'm trying to search this bloody benchmarks. So it's coming up top. Can you see this? Again, I'm single paging right now, so I can't see. It is coming above Fable on the design arena. So I put this to the test, and if I get it up for you now, what was it called? Email outreach. Here we go. Bun run dev.
So this is the GLM 5.2.
This is GLM 5.2.
And where do you access it from?
What's that?
Like, I used
Open Code. I used it from Open Code. So I didn't run this locally. It's like a 1.5 trillion parameter model. And it's interesting you say that. I think someone's quantized it down to 3 bits and is actually still really good, which gets it to around 250 gig I can't run it on my Mac, but 250 gig can run on a Mac Studio, you know. And the performance is quite good. I can't show you the leads page, but it's not really all that bad. You know, it started with a really shit Claude design first. So there was a few parameters it sort of worked within, but I gave it a prompt that I have given Gemini in the past, which is, here's an app that I've got. Don't change anything except just redesign it. Don't change any of the layouts though. And I have to say, I was more impressed with Gemini than I was with this. It's arguable because this is such a boring app. It's an outreach tool. You know, it's a basic dashboard. But all that to be said, I added some features. I changed some code. It got it done really quite fast. It wasn't like it didn't offend me whatsoever. It did what I asked it to do. And like for the first time I was using this a Chinese model, and it just seemed to get shit done. And so where I think this is a real turning point is Opus, Fable, you know, for real research and creating clear implementation plans for a lesser model. And then you've got the Chinese models working away, getting the real work done. I want to put this workflow to the test and see how useful it is. But it was just really satisfying knowing that it was barely costing me anything. And I was like, oh, I think we've reached Opus 4.5 territory with Chinese open source models now. And I think they're really usable. But as with all of this stuff, I got, you know, people slating me in the comments, these are rubbish prompts and this is not good or whatever. You all have your own use cases. You all have your own styles. I strongly suggest putting these to the test. I've bought myself a year's subscription because I've got loads of referrals. Actually, I'll put my referral link in the description.
Can you send some of those to me? Tokens.
What credits? Tokens. Yeah.
Like gifting each other tokens.
So no way have I earned $445 in the last few days.
That's
52
crazy.
people. 52 people have been invited through my video. This is crazy. Anyway, I'm going to give you 10% off. I'm going to give everyone 10% off GLM.
So this is through
GLM
open
coding
code, right?
plan. This is through. So yes. So let's break this down. I use this through open code. You can just open up open code and just type / login and scroll down to ZAI coding plan or GLM coding plan, one of the two, and you use it like that, and it was really clean, really simple, really fast, and I just got to work. And for
Zen
like
AI, what is Zen AI?
ZAI.
ZAI.
You know?
What is ZAI?
It's just the name of the company who
Because
made
we have
GLM
Zen.
model.
Okay. Because we have Zen on open code, and I'm like,
So you know what I would suggest is buy the light plan for $16. Give it a light bit of usage over the course of a week. Don't push it. Don't go too hard with it. Just give it a whatever. Because I've now bought the Light Pro for a year, and I was like, shit, I should have bought the Light Pro for a month, tested it out, been satisfied, and then gone for the Light Pro. But then I have all of these referral credits, so I'm privileged here. But yeah, definitely, you know, it's cheap enough to try it out. You know, it's cheap enough to try it out, so I would recommend. All in all, really happy with both GLM and Kimi. Both of those new models are doing really, really well, and I had a lot of fun using them.
Cool. I will give it a try. Yeah.
You better. You bloody well better. Right. Are we going to do Snap, or are we calling it quits there?
Not really. I don't know.
Okay.
not
we'll
my.
wrap it up there because I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind bouncing as well because I got dinner
Me
being
too.
made for me.
Cool.
All right. Well, saying all that, Lou, big shout out to Lou. I'm just showing a random comment here. You don't have to read it. There you go. A man I love V0. Shout out to Lou. He's been cool on Twitter, no less, as well. After saying that we haven't had much Twitter engagement, you've been chiming in today. If you are on YouTube, give us a like. If you go to commandioshow.com, you can watch everything we've done, all of our previous episodes and stuff like that. And insiders.commandaishow.com. Register for a make-believe community that we're thinking of spinning up. Let us know what you'd want to do if you were to join such a community. Join us next week for all AI design and dev news. We're live every Friday if you're new here. Love to have you on. And if you're on YouTube, give us a like. Leave us a comment. Something like that. I think that's it.
Yeah. You've been Sam.
I've been
and I've been
Sam.
Kamarza.
Keep on vibing, baby.
Peace out.